discuss other films, or films they both like, or you'll be with a stranger and you'll discover that they like the same esoteric cult film that you like, and you realize that that what we once thought was a small aspect of the culture, that we really sort of steer the culture now, the fans. I remember, and Brooke remembers, back in the day, if you did a horror movie, you sort of got the crappy table by the kitchen in the commissary at one of the studios. You know, even though your movie might have saved that studio, Friday the 13th literally saved Paramount. And there was a little cult film called Dirty Mary and Crazy Larry that literally saved 20th Century Fox and enabled them to make the first Star Wars film. But my great love of the cons is seeing stuff I've never seen before. And it's strange, here I am in Niagara Falls, and I know if I was in Toronto, and of course we're really close to Toronto, but if I was in Toronto, I expect, because you know the bench is very deep there with movie fans, I expect to see some serious memorabilia. But I saw the most extraordinary Spanish lobby cards today that I've never seen before. And Amanda and I saw a calendar we've never seen before, yeah, with really rare Malaysian posters for our films. And I'm constantly being surprised by that. Or at the last show I did, I saw German laser discs. And the advertising and the art departments in Germany use entirely different source photos. So you see images of Amanda, and I see images of Brooke and myself on the back or the inside of the laser disc that I've never seen before, because they just choose, different cultures respond differently to beauty or to violence or to sexual images. And so you'll see stuff in some countries that's more radical than what you saw in Canada or the US, because they tend to be a little more conservative with the advertising here. We don't think of that ourselves like that, but it's actually true. You should see the Heather Langenkamp floating in the tub posters in Italy. Hello. But I really do love, and whenever I'm sitting next to Amanda, like Amanda gets like weird black and white publicity packs from her John Cusack movie, you know, and stuff like. And I'm always looking over her shoulder, or other actors that I know and work with, because I love to see that stuff. I'm a fan too, and I think for me that's the thing I like best about attending the cons, and that's the thing that I guess if we were to really answer your question about what it means to the culture and what it means after all these years, the thing that I've been hearing lately. And I've been getting a lot of confessionals from fans. And, you know, we never think of it, because if you guys remember when these movies first came out, they were considered bad for your health and violent. But we are blessed in that we came of age, I came of age as a celebrity. I've been acting for a long time in Hollywood, but with video and with cable, and with DVD and Blu-ray and digitally remastered and streaming and all of that. So we're really, all of us are on our second or third generation of fans now. And that's the real happy accident of the success of a lot of this. But I get this feedback from a lot of families that are now older, they're in their 40s, and they remember going with mom and dad to the video store on Saturday or Sunday, that ritual, and the kids would get to choose a movie. And mom and dad were like, I don't want to see Nightmare on Elm Street, but the kids got it because they'd been promised, they got good grades, or they did their chores or something. And then I get these stories about on the old couch with the Afghan blanket wrapped around your shoulders and a lukewarm pizza on the coffee table, you know, and watching the newest Nightmare on Elm Street that the family had gone together to rent at the video store. And it's strange to think of Nightmare on Elm Street as this family experience. But in fact, I can't tell you how many thousands of times people have wept in front of me and told me about a late father or a late mother, and that the most intimate moments they had were curled up on the couch at 11 o'clock on a Saturday night in the snow and the rain and watching the Nightmare on Elm Street movie and watching your mom be scared, or your stepfather or your dad or your older brother, and having this bond. And it was a real intimate thing, because when you turn the lights down low and you watch a horror movie, you're confronted with your own mortality. And you actually feel more alive. You know, men that have served in war will tell you they never felt more alive in their lives than when they were in combat, because you're so close to losing your life. And when you're identifying with a scary movie, it's the same thing. You always pick, you're in jeopardy, along with Heather Langenkamp, or along with Tina, or along with Brooke. You share and you empathize with their jeopardy. And so that's this thing that I keep getting in the last 4 or 5 years. That's the newest sort of confession I get from the fans, that in fact our movies were almost part of their family. And it's so strange, you know, that we're like it's a wonderful life except for Christmas, for Halloween.